Okay, so here what we wanted to discuss today is about the one of the some of the most important things from the ABAP point of view. In ABAP point of view, ABAP by 4, the most important thing that we need to understand is that in ABAP, the coding or the programming is the most important thing, programming. So this happens to be see, there was a time when if you know the programming, that was enough. You would have become an ABAPer. But today we have a lot of other concepts which are mandatory for us to understand from the ABAP point of view. Hello, Sajita, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, very good morning. Yeah, okay, let's start. Okay, so
Sir, actually, he has installed the server, but the username password which is given to me, it is logged or it is saying that it is not correct.
okay, fine. In a few minutes, we'll reset it, and it'll be resetting it, the admin team, and then we can go ahead.
Right, sir.
Okay. So what I was discussing is that in ABAP by 4, the coding happens to be the most important thing, but we need to have an advanced understanding about what exactly is okay, what exactly is the importance of each topic. So advanced, business, application, programming, language. So in this 4 means 4th generation. So this is the only coding language, official coding language for SAP software. This is the only coding language for SAP software. And in this programming we have reporting, reports, and then we have reports, and then we have the module tool. Okay. So, but before that, we have the most important thing, which happens to be the data dictionary. So what we'll do today is we will be going ahead and understanding some few coding concepts. Okay, so we will be discussing about the control break statements today.
Okay.
Now, what are control break statements is, you might have heard about them in some or the other way, like even if you have not done any coding also, you might have heard about this in the mathematics. So we have end. Okay, then we have case, end case, do, and to do, and so if and if, case and case, do and do, loop and loop. These are the things that we have here. So In this, we'll first understand about the if and if statement. But before we understand this, we will be using a concept called parameters in the example program that I am writing it. So we need to first understand about what exactly is parameters all about. So basically, parameters allows us to give some input into the system, and then according to that, we can get the output. So parameters, like let's say, I'll open this system. Now here we'll go for say parameters p underscore something p underscore c or whatever. I'm just writing any name can be fine. Any name is fine. Of length 10, type C. So even if you don't write the type as C, it will by default be type C, right? So I'll say write p underscore c. Okay. Now whatever input that we give in the p underscore c will be coming as the output. So we have Vikram here, execute, and Vikram is coming as an output. Now, if I give something like Aditya, execute, Aditya is coming. Okay. Now, since everything that we give input will automatically be converted into capital letters. If you don't want that to happen, then we need to write this lowercase. So we have this Vikram like this. Okay, by default it will be changed into capital letters, but if you write like this lowercase, it will. If you write in lowercase only will come. But now the example that we are taking right now, we'll not write lowercase. We'll just normally write like this. So we assume that whatever input that we give will be converted into capital letters. So now here we have the control break. So let us go for simple examples. I'll go for parameters p underscore c. That's it. I'm not giving any length. I'm not giving any type. Default length will be 1. Default type will be character.
Okay.
Okay. So now we'll go ahead with if p underscore c is equals to r, and if then we have right color is red. R color is red. Okay, so if this is clear for you, just ping me in the chat box so that I can understand, and then we can go ahead with the
Yes, so it is clear,
else
but
statement.
I just want to know that first we have to declare these are and all that, or automatically it will understand.
No, it will not understand automatically. It we have to make sure it will not understand automatically, because see, this R whatever we're giving is, it treats it as a text. It's a text. So whatever input you give, according to that it will calculate. So now
Okay.
that we have given the R, it will
Mhm.
check that, and it will suit that input. Accordingly it will print. So there is
Sir,
no
what is the function of parameter? Why we use parameters?
no, when you execute it, you will have an option to give an input here. So to get this option like this, we need to declare a variable in the parameters. If you declare it in the, data, it will not, you'll not giving that option. The screen should come, na? So to get this screen and to give the input, we have to declare the parameters.
Okay.
Fine.
Right, sir.
हाँ, वो screen आने के लिए हम लोग वो use करें. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with the else part. Okay, else part. So why else part is required is because, see, if you give R, you will get the output as color is red. This is fine. But if you give something like other than red, like yellow, and execute, so color is red will not come. Nothing is coming. But it should not be the case. If you have written some condition, that according to that condition it should come. But if you don't have that condition, if that none of the conditions is satisfied, it should come as a color is unknown or something. So that comes in the else part. So this is if and if statement. Then we'll go for the else part. Else part, we don't need any condition. So if the condition is not satisfied, it will come to the else part. So go for bright. Color is unknown. Color is unknown. Save, syntax check, activate, execute. And then we have, if you type R, it will give you the color is red. But if you give something other than R, then it says color is unknown. Anything other than R, it will give the color is unknown. Okay, so this is about the if else if statement.
Sir, how you have disabled these if PC this? How you have disabled?
Sorry, can you please come again?
Sir, like if and end if, right? You have disabled it and then we have continued with if else statement. How we can disable the first part so that it does not run?
Yeah, just by selecting all the fields, and you have to type control lesser than. Control
Control?
lesser than, if that lesser than symbol. Less than symbol.
Okay.
There is a less
Okay,
than
okay.
symbol.
Okay,
So
sir.
then if you type greater than symbol, it will be uncommented. Less
Okay.
than symbol, it will be commented. Yeah.
Right, sir.
Okay. So this is if else statement. But what if you
Right.
want to go for more number of conditions?
Mhm.
Okay, more number of conditions.
Hello. Hello. Vikram sir.
Hello. Yes, Sabita. Can you hear me? Okay, Anaki. Actually,
Yes.
I'm using my son's laptop, so he wanted to check the status of his class. So I was just
Okay. Okay.
unshare किया था मैं खुद change कर रहा हूँ मैं.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
हाँ. तो he had a class. So आज Saturday है ना, तो half day रहेगा, तो उसका laptop में मैंने open किया था. So he
Okay.
just shared it and checked his status. So
Okay.
so I'm sharing back. Yeah. So, हाँ, तो हम लोग कहाँ थे कि वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द और कंडीशन. ठीक है. तो और कंडीशन में क्या होता है कि कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होता है, लाइक आइदर ऑफ दीस टू गेट्स सेटिस्फाइड, इट्स फाइन, द सिस्टम इज फाइन. तो लेट्स सी दैट नाउ. वी विल गो फॉर और कंडीशन हियर and p underscore s is equals to big. Then write color is yellow, size or color is yellow or size is big. So in this, either of these two conditions is satisfied, system is fine with it. Okay, let's see that now. हम लोग क्या करेंगे कि पहले दोनों करेक्ट देंगे, उसके बाद जो है विल चेंज दैट. सो यहाँ पे जो है y देंगे येलो और यहाँ पे जो है बिग. सो दिस इज कमिंग, कलर इज येलो और साइज इज बिग. उसके बाद जो है हम लोग इसको स्मॉल देंगे, स्मॉल एंड साइज. सो कलर इज येलो और साइज इज बिग. ठीक है. तो उसके बाद जो है अभी मतलब ये वाला चेंज करेंगे, येलो को हम लोग से ग्रीन करेंगे और इसको जो है बी करेंगे. तो आइदर ऑफ
बट
दिस टू
सर
कंडीशन
जब हमने नीचे एस लिखा तो तब वो बिग नहीं आया ना.
सॉरी.
सर जब हमने नीचे एस लिखा, आपने ऊपर y लिखा था, नीचे b लिखा था, बट देन आल्सो इट इज सेइंग येलो एंड कलर इज स्मॉल.
और आइदर दोनों में से कोई कंडीशन सही है करके बोल रहा है सिस्टम.
ओके.
तो हम लोग क्या है ना कि एक भी कंडीशन अगर सेटिस्फाई होता है तो वो सेकंड लाइन को आ जाएगा सिस्टम.
ओके.
और है ना, तो इसीलिए. सो हियर अगर कोई भी दोनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होता है, दोनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होता है, तो इट विल कम टू द और कंडीशन. Or condition is something
ओके.
which will give you the option to check कोई भी like any one of this condition. And it is mandatory for us to make sure that both conditions are same, are satisfied. If p underscore c and p underscore s are satisfied, only then it will come to the color is red and size is.
राइट सर.
Okay. Now we can have any number of ands and we can have any number of ors. So these kind of a
ओके.
complex kind of a conditions can be done in the if statement. Now we'll go ahead with the case statement. Let's go with the case statement. In case statement, you cannot have multiple fields. You cannot have multiple fields. You can have this condition only on one particular field, which you are fixing up at the beginning of the case statement only. So when you say when R, right, color is when white, right, color is white. When G, right, color is green. Okay, so these are all conditions we can have, and then when others is the keyword here. When others means if none of the conditions is satisfied, it will come to the others, right? Color is unknown. Right? Color is unknown. This is what we have. So this is the case condition. Let's see the case condition now. So let me execute this. So now, even though parameters is there for S, that size, we are not using that at all. Here we are using only this one. So in this, what we'll do is we'll go ahead with, so let's say R, it says color is red. Tab 2, color is white. And green, color is green. And anything other than that, like for example, have a Y. For Y, we didn't write any condition. If you execute, color is unknown will come.
All
Color
right.
is unknown will come. This is what we have. So this is called the case statement. The case statement is also one of the control break statements, but case statement is generally used when you are very clear that you need to write the condition only on a particular field, not multiple fields. But if you see here, we can take up multiple fields in the if statement, but case statement we can have only one particular statement, one particular condition, one particular field. Now, the do statement is comparatively very simple. Do statement does not have any condition. We have do while also, but do condition, what will happen is in do, we'll just do 10 times and do. Now, when say write, say write Vikramaditya. It will be typed. It will be typed 10 times. Save, syntax check, activate, execute, and you get doesn't matter what we give that. So it will just type Vikramaditya 10 times. But if you want it in the next line, then you can just type slash, and every time a new record will come, it will come in the next. So we have this. Yes, this is what we have, 10 times. And okay. Now, let us now go ahead with the in do also we have. So this while statement will be there. So while says I have to replace this one. So while statement is something where we can have this similar to if statement. So what we do is most of the times we'll be using if statement only. While statements are almost like we don't use it much. We'll use only do if statement in the place of while. Okay. So while statement is very much same as the if statement. Just want to show that while statement. It's since it's a loop, it's moving ahead many times. I think it will go into the dump because it's moving around for many times, multiple number of times. That's the reason it gets stuck. Anyways, like while statement is something which we don't use it much. We'll use always the if statement in the place of that. Okay. Now this happens to be the control break statements, whereas loop statement can be used only when we have the internal table and work area concept. So when we have the internal table and work area concept, only then we can have this loop. Where loop will work. Okay. So first we need to understand what is internal table, what is work area, and how we can use it. All these things we need to understand. Only then we can make use of that. Okay. Let's do that later point of time. But at this point of time, what we need to understand is we need to understand about the three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture is what we need to understand. I'll just explain you about three-tier architecture now.
So your screen is shut down.